Hey y'all, I'm here with a Q&A, a very highly requested video. So we're gonna talk about all of your most dire questions that you've been asking on my TikTok, on my Instagram. I have a whole list of your questions right here. We're about to answer all of them. What kind of content will you make on YouTube? So I have a lot planned and I already have some filmed. So a lot of the people that I've worked with on TikTok already and Instagram that you've seen, or that you've seen me in their videos, we have stuff already planned or already filmed that you have yet to see. Y'all have no idea what's coming. Pranks, I'm gonna be trying other sports. I'm gonna have other people trying other sports. We're gonna have dares. And of course, more 1v1 basketball content. Just wait, I am 22 years old. I was born in November, so I'm a Scorpio. Comment what your zodiacs are and if you think that it applies to you. I think mine kind of applies to me. So a lot of y'all were asking where I'm from, how I started playing basketball. I started playing basketball when I was in the 4th grade. I'm from Washington State, but I played basketball at Syracuse University in the state of New York. So I just graduated 2 months ago and I moved out to LA for work. So that's what I'm doing in LA now. So many people are so angry at me because they say that I did Agent Dirty. And the thing is, how it worked for me in my experience is I started getting to know Agent. I did the pick and roll, and then Duke and I started speaking, and then all of a sudden Agent stopped speaking to me. And I didn't know I didn't see his other interviews. He didn't say all that to me, like I said on my TikTok, which you can see right here.
Yeah, I know what this is.
What's the 3 shots you hit that you'll never forget, and what's the memory behind them? So my favorite game when I was in high school, I had been practicing a lot of threes off the dribble at practice, and so when this game started and we warmed up, I just felt like great. So literally the first play down of the game, I was dribbling really fast and I pulled up like just past half court and shot it, and it went in. And I didn't even think about it or why I would shoot it. It was kind of a dumb shot, but it went in. So then after that, the next rebound I pulled down, I came down on the next play and shot another 3 off the dribble, like kind of quickly, and everything was going in. And this team was like in all of the footage of the game, the coach was like yelling at their players. They had someone like marking me the whole game. She started fouling me. She was getting mad. I ended up with 30 points that game, and I had like 5 threes. Yeah, and that was just a really fun game. It was like one game that I can think of where like my head was empty and I wasn't even thinking, I was just throwing, and it was going in the basket. So, can you dunk? No. Do you and Duke talk off camera? No, not really. People are so disrespectful on my TikTok right now because I'm not even saying anything, but then like one person will ask about me and Duke, and then the next person will be like, Duke didn't want her. And they're like, how did you know? And they're like, because why would he? So when I was growing up, my parents had me play like every sport. There's like not one sport I didn't play. And I was pretty good at a lot of them. I feel like when you cross train, it just makes you better at everything. So the one sport that I did not like was softball because I could never hit the ball. But I do have a softball video coming up, probably with a softball player. So we'll see if my skills have gotten any better. When I got to high school, I played soccer and I ran track. In track, I did the 400 hurdles, the 100 hurdles, high jump, and long jump. What made me start playing basketball was my friend's dad started a team, and he was trying to recruit enough girls to play with his daughters, so I was one of the girls, ended up playing, and I actually always wanted to play soccer in college up until like 9th grade, and then I switched and put all my emphasis on basketball. So that's how I ended up playing basketball in college. Another question was, how was the switch from high school basketball to college basketball? The biggest thing is preparation in high school. Everyone said, all college athletes say they miss high school a little bit because we could just show up on game day, come to school, go to the game, play the game. But you can't do that in college. In college, is like days of preparation. You go scout team, you run through plays, you watch film. So like a lot more goes into it, and the travel times are longer obviously too. So it's less of just a let's play a game. So a lot of people also ask if I'm gonna keep playing basketball because some of y'all know that I do still have a couple years of eligibility. So I did leave that option open for a minute, and I actually got an email from a college like 2 days ago or a few days ago that I didn't even notice. I didn't notice, it was sent like a month ago. I forgot I was in the portal because I started working and making money doing other things and kind of enjoyed doing that a lot. And I left the option open But the thing was, I played on the East Coast and I live on the West Coast, and I really wanted to move back to the West Coast, like where I'm living right now. So I wanted an offer in California, Washington, or Oregon, where I'm from, if I were to keep playing, and all of my offers ended up being in Georgia because I was living in Atlanta for the past year when I opted out of my season. So I just kind of made the decision that I'd rather live on the West Coast than keep playing, and then I left the option open to see if I got anything on the West Coast, but my connections ended up being on the East Coast because I had played on the East Coast. Why did you opt out of this past season? So as some people know, and I've like answered this question before, I opted out of this past season of basketball. I ended up taking the COVID opt-out. And that wasn't my initial decision. Like when they first offered it in August, I was gonna play the season. But then when I got to maybe October, the end of October, November, I had so much going on in my life that happened as a result of COVID, and then like the protocols because of COVID. It was really hard being in New York where the protocols were the strictest, ACC was the strictest, and Syracuse also had very strict protocols. So all together, it was like all I could do was go to practice and then go back to my apartment and then be in class all day. So it was honestly very depressing after a while. And then along with the other things that happened in my life, I was also across the country from my family where I lived. So I did plan to play during the season, and then I got to a point where like it was just better for my mental health and everything to not. A lot of people asked about my music taste, which is very wide. I like what I like, but I like a lot of R&B. I like some rap music for like if I'm working out, playing basketball. But someone asked what song got me through 2020. Honestly, I had this playlist. I kind of went through, I was like kind of down. And then in January, I made like tons of changes to my life. Like I was like deciding to work out every day, listen to happy music, have a daily routine. Like I just switched everything, and like right now I'm the happiest I've ever been. But part of that, I had a playlist, and it was called BBB, which stands for Bad Ballin', which is what my freshman friend told me I was doing because I'm a bad ballin', according to her. So that was the name of my playlist, and it had all things like Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Janae, you know, Cardi B, that type of vibe. Very much empowering to women, which I think is great and important to listen to and have in your head all day because your subconscious does listen to the type of music you listen to. But again, I listen to like everything, but for something that got me through 2020, it was that. Who is better, MJ or LeBron? My opinion is LeBron, just because the level of play is higher now, and what he did with the Cavs when there was nobody on the team. He had the team on his back, and he's been playing for so many years. I don't know. MJ was the best of his time. I know it's a controversial topic, sorry. What is the most threes that you've made in a row? I don't know how many I've made in a row for like practice, like when I've been trying to get a bunch in a row, but in high school I had like a bunch of games where I had 7, and then there was one game, 7, not in a row, but like I made 7 threes during the game, and then one game I made 8, except I stepped on the line for one of them, so it was a 2-pointer. So my record is 7. What are your favorite shoes to hoop in? I think the Kyrie's are the most comfortable, but the KDs that came out when I was in high school, I forget what number they were, but they were the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. But they're the ones that had like the little air pocket on the bottom, and everyone's popped. So like they were comfortable, but only for so long. But when they were perfect. So my type, I love guys that wear, you know, Canada basketball shirts, just kidding. My type really doesn't have a lot to do with looks, honestly. The guys I've talked to don't really look the same at all. It more has to do with the personality and kind of how they are, because that's what counts. I like guys that have morals in common with me, we get along with, we have jokes. Because at the end of the day, like a guy could be so attractive, but if you don't get along with him, then it doesn't matter. A lot of people love to ask, well, number one, they love to ask whether I can dunk. And the answer to that question is I'm 5'8", and my vertical isn't like 50 inches, so no. Second question that people love to ask is if I'm going to the WNBA. Like I talked about earlier, if I'm still gonna play in college. No, I'm kind of done playing basketball like that. I wouldn't say I'm done playing organized basketball because there are some leagues still that I might end up playing in. What I studied in school was communication and marketing. Are you going to do any more content with destroying? So apparently I'm gonna learn how to play football. So y'all can look forward to that video on this channel. Make sure you're subscribed so you know when it comes. How did you and D meet? We met playing basketball at a gym in LA. And then I played him 1v1, and that footage is still in his drafts. You tell me why he doesn't want to post it. I can't spoil who won, but people also asked for a room tour, which I already thought of doing later on, but I still have to decorate my apartment. I just moved, so once my room looks cool enough to do a room tour, I will do a room tour. So the question that everybody's dying to know about my love life. Every time I post something, go live, everybody's asking or saying their own opinion. The thing is, I'm just very much focused on my work. Being alone right now, I'm very happy. I'm single. That doesn't mean I don't have a love interest. So if you enjoyed this video and are looking forward to all the videos I have coming up, which you should be, you should like and subscribe. Go follow my Instagram, TikTok. You'll be up to date there. See y'all next time.